Donyale here. Alright guys, we're still moving, still making our way. Nice sunny day, and I'm so happy you're with me. So still kind of thinking on some thoughts. You know, the one that came to me today, it was kind of in my post. I find that whatever is kind of in the heart, you know, I think of it like an artist, you just have something lodged inside and you just share it. But one of the things I kept thinking about is they say, they do. And I've always wondered, who is they? Who are they? You know what I mean? If you think about it, I mean, technically I've lived long enough, I know what's really being said, but it's such a waste of energy. And it's almost like high school or younger days. You know, you have a group of people, whoever your hangout is, and you're always talking about they. I mean, we're adults, most of us, and you know, you have families. Some of you are grandparents, parents, just older, you know, traveled enough miles that at some point we all hear a lot of conversation, and here we are, 2020. So of course we have a similar discussion across this country of the United States and of course around the world. But at some point you have to decide, what is important to me? What is my why? What is my intent? And that's kind of where you go. And that's kind of what makes your decisions, right? At least it should. So let me say this before we get too far. My name is Donyale, and of course my village is helpingbuildbridgesacross.com. And if I can't give you anything else, I want you to know that I don't give answers. I share perspective. And personally, I love conversation. I don't mind pushback. I don't mind people who don't agree with me. We don't, you know, what fun is that? We are not the same. Our environment's not the same. Our experiences are not the same. So I'm okay with that. But today I want to talk about they. And I think we should all take time to reflect and define our intent. What is our why? Why do we do what we do? And I think that kind of determines the decisions that you make and your outlook. Okay guys, I want to take a water break and we'll see where we can end up at next. Still looking for a spot. Talk to you in a minute. Okay guys, Donyale here, helpingbuildbridgesacross.com. I found a kind of a shaded spot, so I thought this might be a good one to stop and finish up what we're talking about. So what I basically was saying, listen, again, I don't share answers, I just share a perspective. Sorry about that, I was trying to make sure I was adjusted right. And I think if I could give anything today, and this is to myself, when I share stuff, it's things that I'm contemplating too. You know, at some point it becomes, whose journey is it? And I always go back to the same thought that comes in my mind a lot. And that thought is that our life is like a book. Just that simple. Oh, I shouldn't say make it simple, but we all want long lives. At least I do. I can't speak for everybody. Maybe some people don't, so I'm not going there. But if life was like a book, it means it had an opening chapter. You know, our lives started off with people we didn't know, our parents, I like to say, people that brought you here. And we live our lives, and it's all those pages in between. So I just think we spend a lot of time on they. And I know there's very, very important issues in our country, but you know what I think about? No matter what chapter you are in your book, there always will be issues. No matter who you are, no matter what season you're in, no matter what year it is, there will always be something to deal with. So that's why it's so important, in my opinion, again, not answers or perspective, to know your why. What is your why? What is your intent? What is your pursuit? What matters to you? Who are the people around you that matters? Because those are the things, in my opinion. What is your belief? What is your philosophy? What is your faith? Those are the things that measure and determine what you will and won't do. At least, again, in my opinion. So thank you for taking a moment. I always stress that these are supposed to be moments, because Donyale from helpingbuildbridgesacross.com could write another book on tape, and I know no one has the time nor the energy to listen to me all day, but I just really, when I think about gratitude, I think about what can I be grateful for today. And if I could stress anything, anything, I would just tell you, just, look for ways to bring peace into your environment, your home, your community, your neighborhood. I know what they say. I know you grew up a certain way. I know you experienced certain things. I know that, Johnny down the block did this to you, and so now everybody that looks like Johnny becomes an issue, and it's not the case. It's not the case. From a person that experienced an injustice, who went through that, I could easily say that everyone that looks like him is a problem, but then that would include my sons, and that's a problem because it's not true. So just stop and think about, what is your why? What is your intent? It will determine every decision you make. It will even make you silent. There are days where you have nothing to say. I don't have anything good to say, so I'm just not going to say anything. Alright guys, it's supposed to be Take a Moment with Donyale. So if anything, if we can close this topic out, because I always tell you that I don't know the title, and what I mean by that is that I'm taping these prior to thinking about what will the title be. So that's why I say I don't know what it's going to be, the topic or the title. But if we're closing this one out, just think about this. What is your why? What is your intent? And if you have nothing else left in your tank, what can you be grateful for today? Alright, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Can't say thank you enough. Donyale, helpingbuildbridgesacross.com. Taking a moment with Donyale. And until next time, be safe, be careful, and just take time to know your why. Thanks, guys. Until next time, take care.